Hello, here we go again. I'm still having problems uploading videos at the moment. I'm not very good at this. I'm going to try again. I'm here to talk about my very bad health and the reason how I ended up the way I did. I'll begin with, I had a very reasonably happy childhood. We came from a very poor family in Ireland, so like most people at the time back in the 1970s and 80s. But I was in fairly good health. Of course, everyone gets influenza, tonsillitis and stuff like that, and coughs and colds. I enjoyed things like going on adventures, playing football, snooker, watching football World Cups and European Championships and stuff like that. And your favourite football clubs, of course, as well on the TV. And everything was great, and then everything started to go wrong at the age of 12. My conscience started bothering me. Sorry for this. I'm actually a very religious and conservative person. It wasn't beaten into me by anybody. It wasn't forced upon me. They were just my own personal beliefs, and I still have them to this day. It's just part of your character. But after the age of 12, my conscience was driving me nuts. I was still in reasonably well physical health, but I didn't feel well. I call it fornication. I was very, if you could read my mind, I was very upset and distressed about it. Then in 1988, and giving away my age here, I decided I was going to change my life for the better. I was on my summer holidays that year. I was 14 and a half, roughly, I was 14 and a half. And I said to God, I'm going to change my ways. I'll never fornicate again or look at women. That's how conservative I am. So I spent most of that summer just went cycling, sometimes up to 60 miles a day, even in the lashing rain sometimes. And I even bought a puncture repair kit or a bicycle pump, so sometimes I'd actually get stranded. It's usually the furthest point away from home. It's usually when it happens. Murphy's Law. And then around the 27th of August, I always go by the official date is the 1st of September. I said to God, I'll never fornicate again or look at women. Then I began to pray more and more coming into September. It started to go into hours and hours every day. Obviously people saw this. I thought they didn't. I'd be looking around from side to side. Nobody's here at the moment so I can pray. But I was living in a different world of my own, and it's not till later on that you find out these things. At the time I didn't know people saw these things. It was getting worse and worse. Sometimes I'd pray up to about 2 o'clock in the morning, or after 2, get up at 7. Even though it would only take me no more than 15 minutes to go on a bicycle to school, I sometimes wouldn't be in school till after 10 o'clock. Quite often after 10 o'clock in the morning. I'd be praying in school obviously as well. Sorry about that. I'd be obviously when the classroom was empty, I'd just pray, but people must have seen me doing it. Then one time my name was called out over the intercom. Now that might not be the right name, it might be a different name, or it's probably called something totally different now. So the career guidance teacher's there. She said to me, "What's wrong with you?" I said, "I left down God, I left down my country, and let down my family," and I broke down crying. I don't remember much. I just remember going back to my classroom a few minutes after that. Didn't think much of it. Then roughly about a week later, my name got called out again on the intercom. This time it was coming down to the principal's office. I said, maybe I'm in some sort of trouble here, because usually when you hear your name getting called out, it usually means trouble. So I went down. My mother was there. I said, "Mel, what are you doing here? What's going on?" There's a taxi outside waiting for me, or for you, sorry. I said, "Where am I going?" I wasn't quite sure first. Then she mentioned the name of the hospital. I said, "I don't want to go there. That's for mad people. I just don't know what to go there." She'd make any difference. Eventually I went in there, and my mother signed me. I was begging her. I said, "Matt, I'll change my ways. I'll cut down on praying." It didn't work. I spent a total of 6 nights there, as far as I know. It was in November '88, so I'm giving away my age again. My birthday's in February, so it's a few months before my 15th birthday, so I'm still technically 14. I didn't actually sleep a wink the 6 nights I was there in total, because the bed was just very uncomfortable. That was the longest period without sleep. No, maybe I might be wrong in my life at that stage, but when you begin, if you keep watching these videos, it gets a lot worse than that. But so that'll be for a later date. One night, the first night I was there, I was tossing and turning a lot, and the nurse staff nurse came in. She said to me, I'm going to have to give you a sleeping tablet if you don't get to sleep. So I said to myself, I'm going to lie as still as possible and keep my eyes closed and try to be relaxed. And it worked. I wasn't asleep. Now, occasionally I would open my eyes, I wasn't even, and look, see, nobody was around. I did this that night and the next following 5 nights. Actually, this was the only time in the hospital where I was actually treated reasonably okay, where they showed a little bit of concern and compassion. I only found out many years later the reason for this was because the nursing staff that were working there were actually transferred from a public hospital to there. That's why they were better than the other people that were there. They would sometimes occasionally ask me, hey, what's wrong with you? I couldn't tell them what it was because it was a male problem. I was too embarrassed. I used to say, there's nothing wrong with me. It's all one big misunderstanding, and I just want to go home, basically, and that was it. Sorry. Then my grandmother passed away. That's when I was discharged after 6 days or 6 nights there. I think the wires were crossed. My mother was led to believe, or was told, or whatever, that I wasn't allowed to be discharged, so she had to sign me out to go to the funeral. So I went to the funeral. Then I was praying every day. I was going to mass twice a day, 6 days a week. Then probably 4 times in a Sunday. I'd be praying at 10 o'clock at night. I'd hide in the corner of the church itself, and not in the church inside the church, the outside of the building. I don't know the proper name for it at the moment. I would maybe shaded there, but people wouldn't see me. Obviously, people did see me. It just got worse and worse. Then, the next time, hopefully, when I continue this video on, I'm going to start in January, starting from January '89, and just keep watching these webcam videos, and that's all I can ask of you. And I'm not great with technology, so you probably know that already, but just keep watching. It gets more and more interesting what happens. Thanks very much, everybody out there. God bless, and bye.